Okay, I got a question for you guys. Is Venus in Pisces an indicator for sexual abuse? And why?
What?
Welcome back to SHREDDIT. I'm your host, Reborn Pyro. With us, as always, we have our wonderful three other co-hosts, Kai, the Kitty Lewis, Assboy the Assassin, and Lumia Stargazer. With us today, we have a very special guest. Give it up for RaveNeko. She is a wonderful Twitch streamer. Check her out in the description below. Today, we're shredding r/astrology. That's right, we're returning. You see, last time it was only me and Kai. We haven't subjected Lumia or Assboy to the torture that is this subreddit. We have all selected posts and have not discussed it beforehand. So let's just jump into it. What you got for me today, Lumia?
The Taurus-Gemini cusp, aka the serial killer cusp. My uncle is this, and so is my former roommate, a half-Irish, half-Pakistani mutt.
I feel like that's racist.
This entire podcast is about like people who are born at a certain time of the year are serial killers.
Oh, and you can tell
But that's not racist.
by the stars. You know that they're serial killers because the stars told you. The stars talk to you.
I mean, as a
They
gaze
tell
at the
you
stars,
everything.
they do talk to me. Their demeanor, remarkably similar. A kind of dopey, starey drawl that could be misperceived as stupidity by the undiscerning. Both are dejected drug addicts who put nothing in themselves in dangerous situations. They have no fear, but make poor decisions and have a warped will.
What the fuck are you talking
And that's
about?
all they wrote.
That is
Jesse,
racist.
what the fuck are you talking about?
That is racist.
This is
This
What-
is not a troll, by the way. I looked into their account.
this is how like this is just everything having to do with like constellations, astrology bullshit. Is a lot of it is just, I don't know if it's inside baseball or if it's just like
I get it.
pure nonsense, but I often have no idea what in the hell they're talking about. What the hell is a Taurus Gemini cusp? And what in the fuck does this have to do with
I think it means
anything?
people who are born between the Taurus and Gemini times, because I think if I recall that they're near each other.
You see, this is how much we just don't care, because we actually did look into it last time we did our astrology, and me and Kai were like, oh, this makes a little sense, but it still makes no sense.
Unfortunate.
And then we went off on a 30-minute tangent about biblical demons. That is how
We did, in
much
fact,
we
do that.
care.
Whoa, I almost care enough to go back and watch that episode, but it doesn't have me on it, so no.
I mean, that is fair. You are the entire reason that this exists. And
Lumia, who are you throwing it to?
Mama's on a podcast right now. Go away.
I'm throwing it to our guest, Rave!
Oh, goodness gracious me. Where did I put all this? Oh, right. Down here. At the very
This is
bottom.
Dejected white boy. Yeah, I got it. That's what I was going for.
So, looking ahead. An astrologically difficult winter? Question mark? One of my favorite astrologers, Cam White, has mentioned a couple of times as a side note that this winter, not his winter, I mean, that would be weird, will probably be pretty rough due to astrology. The only things I could find outlined to potentially explain this are a partial lunar eclipse in November and a solar eclipse in December, but I couldn't find any info on the big transition, squares, oppositions, etc. Does anyone know what else is coming that I can preemptively freak the fuck out about? Or just freak out about, as they wrote it there.
What the fuck are they talking about?
I'm so lost and confused.
Listen, the only thing I get is they're like, oh my god, prophecy, big flood, prophecy.
I told you.
I mean-
nonsense. It's like they're just saying words. I think as if we think it means anything.
I mean, Lumi, you said you're lost and confused. I think they're lost and confused. That's why they're asking everyone for help. Tell me what the stars say, please. I want to know what to prepare for. Woe is me. I'm scared. You know?
Are de show.
I need a goddamn dictionary for this shit.
I mean, is that not what's going on here?
I just my brain it's short circuited. I'm trying to make sense, but it just hurts. It
I mean, they're making a lot of assumptions that, a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse are going to have any precedence on the weather. It's just an eclipse. It doesn't last that long.
But Rave, you're misunderstanding. When a lunar eclipse and solar eclipse happen, our chakras line up with the universe.
Mind you that these people, not only, some of them think that the Earth itself has a chakra, but that other planets potentially do too, and that they should be looking at the star signs of their birth time of planets that are purely hypothetical.
yeah.
All right, this is the
disappointed
level
that
we're
you
talking.
Where is Thoth on this subreddit? Where is my Thoth?
Thoth died in the 80s. Duh.
Thoth.
And then he reincarnated.
Listen.
He what was it, archmage, archbishop, something like that of Atlantis. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah,
We're getting into Atlantis now? Atlantis sounds fun.
Archpriest of Atlantis? I don't remember.
If only the, Atlanteans were astrologers, they could have predicted that everything was going to go under and prevent it ahead of time. But no, they didn't look to the stars to understand.
Okay. Do you mind if I take the next post, because I want to segue into something here?
This is what happens when you let Martians in. They just ruin everything. They sink Atlantis. they let you. They sink you down a Christ consciousness. It's no fun. No fun for anyone.
I appreciate it.
How are the Lumerians and the Hebrews supposed to live peacefully if the Martians are coming in?
They never did. Look, we all know whose fucking fault it was.
You see, there's a family.
Damn Lumerians! I hate them.
Oh, you hate the Lumerians? To use the Lumerians are the aggressors. I see. Interesting theory.
Yeah.
The Martians were the good guys.
The Martians were always the good guys.
Yes. You must sever yourself. You must follow in the steps of the Martians and sever yourself and your entire species from spirit. Thus locking you out of the universe's
What the fuck are you guys talking about? Please.
Rain, have you got to spirit science lecture?
Glazed over, I started playing with my bell.
Oh
we're all just
Okay. Here,
zoning
I'm
out.
segueing. Have you ever seen something so stupid? Even this subreddit is like, what the fuck are you talking about? This post here says, I have an interesting theory, and it was tagged as misleading or unverified by the moderators. This is the only post we have selected with misleading or unverified. The entirety of astrology is misleading or unverified, but this especially so.
This one, according to astrologians, is misleading.
Yes.
or
This is what they consider to be too far, too confusing. So, which is why I've selected it here. So I was thinking, what if your rising sign is when your soul was originally created? Like old souls would be Scorpio, death, transformation, intensity. Capricorn usually have a great interest in figuring out how the world works. And the newer souls would be Libra or Aquarius rising. Now I know what you're saying. Souls are created when someone is born, according to theology. So why would they have their own specific star signs? How does any of this make sense? Well, they say, I don't know, this is my personal theory. Because rising and house placements really are not based as much, and just angles and change regularly, and give better details about person's personality, future life, marriage, and actual planets. Personally, I'm a little biased. I have Scorpio rising, but I do feel like there's something here at least.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I saw something similar to this, and that one person thinks that your sign should be upon consummation, which I don't even fucking understand what the hell all that's on about in the first place. Like, I don't.
Oh, don't worry.
know.
They have charts and shit.
Yeah, but so why is this too far? Why does this make the mod say, dude, this is unverifiable? What about this makes it too far for the mods here?
I don't know. Maybe it's because whenever you're born, some things can affect you. Like, you get a C-section and you're not covered in all that bacteria that makes your immune system go, hold up, I need to buffer the fuck up. Like, maybe it's all when you're born. That's when the clock starts counting, and otherwise you don't count at all, according to the universe. I don't know. Maybe that's what
I
they
don't know.
think.
I don't
I don't know, I'm
have
just guessing
a
here.
big enough brain to comprehend why the mods on the subreddit
Yeah,
would
the
mark this as
stars look
misleading.
down in constellation form of rough, like, approximations of how we happen to be seeing them, and they're like, yes, you are now coming out of the womb. This is your new star sign. I shall see over you, and you shall be doing things according to my will.
Ugh.
My brain hurt.
Actually, now I want to know. Hold on. Is there a difference between people who are born naturally, therefore out of the vagina, versus people who get C-sections?
Like within
out of
the
requirements?
like within the theory of well, loose hypothesis that is astrology.
Yes. Does that affect your
We're like,
astrological
what
sign
if you
as
come
well?
out? What if you come out 2 months ahead of time? Because if you would have attempted to have him come out normally, it would have killed the mother. So you had to like just take it out early. Do you jump the timeline ahead, or do you? What happens there?
Okay, you see, I can explain this. I can explain this all for you, okay?
Uh-huh.
So when you're C-sectioned, it actually causes the universe to reset completely back to primordial era. And so you have the star sign of your C-section, but then in the resetted universe, you're born regularly. So then you have both star signs, and you are the fucking dude
And
from
then the
Batman
universe
who has
is
to flip a
collapsed
coin.
together back into one, where you did have a C-section, but you have the star sign as if you don't.
Yes.
And if you do.
It's time travel paradoxes.
But what if you come out of the anus? What if you come out of the anus?
Then you're an alien who was put in an egg, and then some tentacles went up the butt, and then you were born in there.
It's like heterochromia,
And,
but
you
your
don't
star
count
sign.
because you're an
If you're
alien.
born out of the butt, you become an ABDL member, and we.
Damn.
What the fuck is this podcast that I decided to join?
No, it reverses polarity, so now you have like a ground sign,
Yes.
no longer a star sign. It's just
You have dirt.
you got to start looking at tectonic plates and the movements underneath them.
All right. Ass boy, go.
Well, speaking of giving birth and shit, zodiac signs based on the moment of fertilization. Hello, astrologers. I saw on Twitter one day a theory saying that what if a zodiac signs chart actually starts the moment we begin as an embryo in the womb, since there is technically life before we were born, so basically 9 months before your actual birth date. What I'm asking is, fuck, goddamn, this is so shit.
If
I'm
abortion is
asking
okay,
if
I know
this
that's what
is
you're asking.
actually a thing. Do you believe this could be true? No, it's all fake. Haha, pseudoscience. Get fucked.
Oh my god, that's literally one of the ones I passed up. I was just talking about it too.
Yeah.
Do you think this could be true, and that this entire time we've all been wrong and stupid? Yes.
Yes.
Hold on, but this one isn't marked as misleading or unverified.
This is
Therefore,
disgusting.
wait, this is marked as discussion?
Well, that's because they're not making any claims; they're asking questions. The other one just
I'll make
stated a
claim
theory,
that you're
a
clinically
hypothesis
disabled.
theory.
A hypotheory.
theory.
Is that what happens
It's a
when
hypothesis
a hypothesis and a
that is
theory
pres-
have a baby,
It's a
and you can't figure out which one it is?
it's a hypothesis
Is it
that's
didn't-
presented as a theory and cannot ever be tested. So, like, they'll just assume that it's already in theory state.
Eyes glaze over. I don't. What the fuck?
I'm just going to take a moment and play with this spell a little bit
Yeah.
more for reasons.
I mean, the gun's in front of me. I want out.
No,
You said the gun's in front of you, and I'm
Uh-huh.
looking at your thing. I'm like, you're not flexing yourself right now.
Fuck this subreddit. We're gonna talk about guns
Literally,
now. This is a gun podcast.
like actually,
Has
unironically.
there ever been a good subreddit?
No. Good question. Kai, since you're going through time and space, why don't you go, friend?
I am, in fact,
Maybe.
going through time and space. I do
He did one
enjoy
weed,
the
and
drugs.
now look at him.
So
He did one weed.
I don't have anything crazy from this subreddit. I just have more nonsense. I made them short, but it's concentrated nonsense. Like this one. How do certain planetary retrogrades affect people who have the planet natally in retrograde? Is it better, worse, or the same for them? So what do you think, guys?
I think
Is 357 better than a 44 comparatively?
What are you using it for? What are you trying to do?
I have no idea what the heck is going on. Like, they have these houses, all right? And the planets lives inside the houses. I'm sorry. Houses go on planets. Planets do not go in houses. That'd be a really fucking big house.
Wasn't that-
I'm gonna be honest with you, fam.
It's like the plot
What
of
the
Men in
fuck
Black.
is going on?
That was the plot of
Rave.
first Men in Black.
Explain
The
the,
little,
planet
the
that's
little,
in my
the
fridge
little
right
universe.
now. You tell me.
All right. Moving on. Reborn, do the thing.
okay. I got a question for you guys. Is Venus in Pisces an indicator for sexual abuse, and why?
What?
Listen, Activision, they're all Venus and Pisces.
Oh,
No,
receiving
I fucking
sexual abuse or
knew it.
giving.
I have Venus and Pisces in the 11th house, and was scrolling through celebrities for the same placement. So, okay, this person is like, yeah, everybody with this sign seems to be a sexual abusers. I have this sign too.
Or you're
I'm
comparing
putting my
it
2
to
weeks notice.
celebrities, and
Yeah.
all celebrities are like that.
Some of
Have
are,
you considered
as you'd
that?
expect,
Have you considered that most of them
quintessential-
are like that?
quintessential Venus and Pisces. Christ, Sergey Gainsborough, MLK, Maya Angelou, Colette, Kurt Cobain. I'm sorry.
Maya
I'm sorry,
Angelou?
that's not how you spell his name.
Maya
It's
Angelou.
Kurt Nobrain. Anyway, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. People with idealistic human views of love. On the other hand, I have noticed a pattern with people extremely problematic relationships with love and sex. Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, Hugh Hefner. Well, okay, I wouldn't say Hugh Hefner is problematic. He had a mansion. Women came to him for jobs. I don't
And to give him handies. But
I don't see
cutting hairs here.
comparing him to
Splitting hairs.
Jeffrey Epstein. There's also John
I was gonna say
Travolta.
Jeffrey Epstein, and then just like Casanova. Like, okay, Hugh Hefner is not anywhere
There's a
near Harvey
significant
Weinstein.
age
Let's
gap.
not.
There's also John Travolta, Marilyn Manson, and David Foster Wallace, who have been accused of sexual abuse or sexual assault.
I think Jeffrey Epstein's a different like class here. Can we agree? Can we agree on this? Can we agree on like running like child prostitution island for like powerful leaders is on a different level of everything else?
All right. I haven't looked at the rest of their charts, but are there any indicators for people like Epstein or Weinstein? Much in the way that serial killers appear to have certain indicators, how could a Venus in Pisces, as we understand the placement, come to treat other people as they have? So basically this person's like, oh yeah, I'm Venus in Pisces. There are some serial killers who are Venus in Pisces. Are there any other indicators? So I may not call myself a serial killer.
I think you're looking at the wrong thing, my guy. If your last name ends in Steen, there is a red flag that gets thrown up.
Wow.
So I just looked up his Weinstein's chart. So apparently he's a Pisces.
So it's like
also-
well, there's Jesus, Martin Luther King, Kurt Cobain, and a couple of rapists. You're like, so obviously we should focus on the rapists. Or
He's
what
got,
the fuck? What are we?
He has 64 favorites on this website.
What in the
You
hell?
also said
This is stupid.
You
This is
said
dumb.
Steen, not to be confused with Stein. Totally different
It's not.
last name.
It's not Steen. It's Stain.
Stain,
It's
as in
Bear
stain on our
Stain,
society.
Bears.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Haha, riddle me this, Batman. Who closes their borders but opens our own?
Oh my God.
Damn.
All right, before we start getting we start going down that route.
After getting deep into astrology, I see everyone's past, everyone's future without trying. I can idea sign by sight, and by talking to someone from under a minute, it's a nightmare. I can't wake up. Help. All right. I can see patterns forming in real time. I can identify signs.
I can see the
suns,
numbers. I can
moons,
see the matrix. I know what's happening.
I can see a
ascendants.
moongus in a trash can.
I can see patterns play out before they happen. I can determine a person's past by their sign. I feel like I'm Neo in the Matrix. I'm heavily against the use of
Wait.
astrology.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Yes.
minute.
Okay.
Hold on.
This was my post.
I posted mine first, you bitch, so it was my post.
No.
I posted mine 9 months
She
ago.
did.
Yeah,
did.
we did this one on the last episode.
Really?
On episode 2.
Ew.
Oh shit!
I don't remember
I did
who-
not know that.
One of
I'm
us
not
read
gonna
it.
post. It's my post now.
Get
I know.
my
As soon
post
as
now,
I'm like,
bitch!
oh, this sounds familiar. Then he's like, oh, I feel like a Matrix. I feel like I'm the Matrix. I'm
It's
like,
a good
oh
post,
no,
not gonna lie.
I know this. I know this one.
Man discovers pattern recognition, thinks he's in the Matrix. Fucking what?
Ass boy, I'm giving it to you, ass boy. It's your time to shine.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of a rapid fire. I'm gonna do 2 in 1 because the first one is just a picture of a cake, and it's celebrated 300 episodes of the Astrology podcast today with an astrology cake. I don't know about you. I've never celebrated anything that has to do with a podcast at all, ever. Not once. Not even with cake.
And to be fair, that looks really well done. That is professional.
Oh, I'm not
fucking
shitting on the
grade.
cake. That's
I
actually
think
a
it
well-made
looks
cake.
gorgeous.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just shitting on it because it's astrology themed cake, and who gives a shit? Nobody gives a fuck.
But you forget this. You forget one very important thing. Pretty colors.
When we have
Pretty colors.
hey,
got-
when we
you
hit
gotta see
300,
behind.
when we hit 300 episodes, can we get a shredded cake?
That is in 5 years.
I wish I could interpret these glyphs, but I can't read Moonrune.
They're literally just the
That's Japanese,
astrology
dude. Come on.
signs.
You're messing up your runes.
No, Chinese
It-
is
it-
Moonrunes, you uncultured swine.
Japanese are moon runes. You fucking doubly
Yeah.
uncultured
How
swine.
do you not the fuck know these are the
Well, they're the
astrology
same
signs?
alphabet for the vast majority of it.
No, it's not.
Kind of.
They changed
Nikai and
it.
Assboy can't read it because we're not women. You have to be a woman to be able to understand it.
Oh my fucking god, you.
ごめんなさい。本当にわかりません
You going there?
でし
You
でした。
going there, my man?
ごめんなさい。Some of the outer rings I know, but like the inner ones,
Oh yeah, I got no fucking clue in the inner one.
yeah, that's where I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know
Jesus.
the outer ones too. I recognize
Okay,
them
so you're
from
not
God of
dumbasses.
War.
I
Say
how
recognize
exist
one
in the
from
world,
the
I've seen
center
them.
as the male symbol and the female symbol.
You recognize it from God of fucking
Is there a
War,
better way
I
to
see.
recognize anything?
I
When
mean,
it's
in
put
all
into a better
honesty, a lot of
context.
my culture comes from video games. Hell, okay, so this may be like massively rehashed at this point, and like the series has been going on for ages, but Assassin's fucking Creed has been going for ages and ages and ages, and they do a fucking shit fuck ton of research. And the most recent one, or maybe the second most recent one that I played, which is the Egypt one, they have a mode which just lets you go around historical sites that they actually modeled after the sites and they recreated it in the game, and then they give you like historical facts about it. They actually do research, and it's fucking amazing. So you know what? Getting some historical references and understanding from video games isn't that fucking far-fetched, and I fucking love the passion that these people put into it.
But the thing is, Rave, Ubisoft will refuse to make or to do research to make a better game. because
This is
their games have
exactly
been
what
shit
happened the
for a
last time
while.
we covered astrology. Is we started talking about like nothing related to astrology.
Because
This is
boring
exactly what
as
happened in the
shit,
last time.
No one cares.
This is exactly.
Astrology
Wow,
is
Star
boring as fuck.
Star and Sky made me want to take a shit today. Golly gee, who gives a shit?
Yeah, Star is telling me
Like,
I'm
fuck.
going to kill a person today, yeah.
Ooh, woo.
All right, subreddit shit.
Kill
Rave,
ass
go
boy.
with the ABDL post.
Wait, we're
we're
cutting
just-
Oh my
early.
fucking
What the
gosh,
fuck?
no, please!
Is this saying
Not
fuck
yet.
it?
There's more! There's supposed to be more!
There's more.
Gosh.
I've got more.
Please tell me there's more! I'm not ready for that!
Let's go.
I couldn't tell. I thought you were
I
being.
was gonna say normally we record for a lot longer.
All right. Unironically, now that I'm thinking about it, should we just skip to the ABDL post?
I haven't even gotten to the part where I butt dialed Cthulhu.
Well then, go butt dial Cthulhu.
Well, if you insist, hold on one moment while I freaking pull this right back up, and then I push this button and I scroll down. Where's the butt dial Cthulhu post? All right, floods in Germany. Now, for context, I'm going to read the post, but then I'm going to read another thing that is actually a reply to this post because I wanted to understand what it's like to be an astrologer. So, floods in Germany. Hi guys! I'm a nude and a dabbler, so astrology is not my field of expertise. I just wanted your thoughts on current events. I thought the real interesting part of astrology is not so much the relationship. Is he my match? Or what do you think about my personality? Side, but rather how the planetary movements relate to current, past, and future events. Since I know nothing, because I'm Jon Snow, since I know nothing, but I am still interested, can you please give me your input, interpretation on how the current planetary positions relate to what's happening right now in Germany? I'm very interested to know about your reasoning behind those interpretations. Also, please make it nude-friendly. Thanks.
So this person,
It doesn't.
This person is basically like, "Hey yo, flood. Explain flood." This is what people did. Tribal villages did.
Yeah, I was gonna say this
20,000
is
years
some ooga
ago.
booga shit.
They're like,
This
"Ooga
is
booga,
like-
how do we?"
This is some Aristotle
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. No, this is the Mayans. The Mayans sitting on top of their pyramid.
Whoa.
They're like, I
Philosophies.
think.
That's
This
not
is
Aristotle shit.
way before that. This is the Mayans
Aristotle's
at least
cool.
had their shit together.
This is some Roman shit.
No, the Mayans are like, wait, we sacrifice people. Why do flood not stop?
So,
No, I think
Sacrifice
they just
people?
I think they just knew good entertainment when they saw it. Let's be real. 80,000 people to celebrate the opening of a new temple. Hell yeah, that's some fucking. Where else are you gonna see that shit?
Give me your virgins. I want to see their hearts.
Cannibalism. Hell yeah.
So, to move on in this post, one of the responses, I will skip to the interesting part where I tried to follow the instructions. So, they instructed me to cast the chart for the exact new moon or whichever lunar phase happened most recently, set it in the for the location you're interested in and see what else you find. Well, I went out and I got myself a lunar phase chart because they wanted me to cast a chart, correct? So I took it and I threw it into a lake. I mean, that's what you do when you cast something, right? You cast a rod into the lake to catch some fish. So, I mean, it said cast it wherever you want to know. I mean, I wanted to know what would happen in my apartment in the next week, but I didn't have a place to cast it. So I went out to the lake. I was new to this. I didn't know how to cast it any other way besides into a lake. Maybe when I become more advanced, I'll learn how to cast it in, a real place. But I cast it into the lake, and, the instructions were kind of unclear, and apparently this is how you butt dial Cthulhu, because, I think I found his summer home, because he just came out and he's like, what the fuck do you want? I'm like, I don't know, why are you here? You're the one who called me, and it was really awkward, especially since I'd never met Cthulhu before. This is not the way you want to meet someone, especially an eldritch god. Butt dialing an eldritch god, that's just embarrassing. So, I asked him about all this, he's like, what the fuck are you on about? This is fucking astrology. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, just fuck off. I'm like, okay, bye. Nice meeting you.
When you try,
and then I went home.
When you know you Cthulhu, like, why'd you call me? Why'd you call me?
Why'd you answer, you asshole?
Cthulhu just pops out and you slap a Nino reverse card on the table and he just looks at you, shrugs his shoulders, and walks away.
Like, all right, I guess I didn't want
Does a
anything.
complete 360
All right,
and walks away.
It's like, fuck, I can't beat that.
bye.
I'm an eldritch god.
Damn
I'm
you,
not-
Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley, what the
That was a fucking.
what the fuck is
That
this?
was like a fucking Aether rant. That was fucking.
All right, I'm gonna do a post. Is there any
Good luck following that one up,
is
bitch.
there any sign that astrology says you get along with but you don't like? I'm a Libra sun, Taurus moon, and Leo rising.
Libra? Did you say Libra?
Libra nuts. Ah! Kill me now, please.
Got them.
Hell.
I have acquired them.
You
Allegedly,
take a Taurus, these nuts.
Allegedly, I get along swimmingly with Satirius, but I sincerely
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
but I sincerely dislike you fucks. No offense.
Are you saying that to us, or are you reading the post? I can't tell anymore.
Little column A, little
He
column
hates
B.
us.
Sorry, I'm just dying.
Okay, fair enough.
My abusive ex who couldn't take accountability was a sag. That sounds like a slur.
I know, right?
Oh my god, I hate those
This
sags.
is how you discriminate against
how you-
star signs.
that is-
Discriminate
It is structured
on
like
people
a slur.
born in a specific fucking month. Call him a sag. It's not a Sagittarius, it's a sag.
But also weirdly in love with
God.
and obsessed with me, but couldn't stop treating me like shit. My 2 ex-BFFs were sags.
What are you
It really does sound like a slur. Fuck.
My 2 ex-BFs were total sags, and same loved me, but always got mad and at the drop of a hat. This is a silly
Those
one, but most
fucking
celebrities I dislike are mostly sags.
those fucking saggers, I swear.
Those
God.
fucking faggots.
Oh wow, bro.
I hate the sags. I hate what they do to this country.
Ooh.
Oh boy. This is who Hitler was really going after. He really hated this.
We should have let him continue.
Oh my
Fuck.
god. What the? Oh.
Yeah, get rid of those sags. Yes, I'm told I'm a sag is either. Wait, yeah, I'm told a sag is. A sag is either my love or my BFF. In my experience, all parties were weirdly possessive of me, but treated me poorly. Why is that a butt? Like, if they're way too possessive, that is treating someone poorly, but they have a
Yeah,
butt there, like
you're
they're
not
two
wrong.
separate things. Unless,
I mean, a lot of people have butts. In fact, most people have butts.
But do they have sags? Answer me that.
they all lacked maturity in taking accountability. They all talked a lot of shit, especially against those dirty sags. And they always had strange ideas that never made sense to me, all over the place. And they all seemed emotionally unstable. Like at the drop of the hat, their emotions would switch. But in my experience, they always come back begging for me.
Have you tried making better life choices?
Have you tried hanging out with good sags?
There is no such thing as a good sag, Lumia.
Wow.
Have you tried segregating the sags?
Now we're talking.
I'm segregating the sex.
IDK, they
That's
were
why he's on it today. He's just.
I mean, honestly, this seems like a really thinly veiled post about racism. I cannot see it any other way.
IDK, they rub me the long way, but maybe it's something in my chart, or maybe they're just not evolved in their signs yet. Makes me sad because sags can be fun, and the kind of dark side is real dark. What about you guys?
One of my best friends is a sag.
Wait, listen. We could make jokes about.
Man, you hang around them sagas?
Listen, we can make jokes about sags because I'm actually friends with a sag.
Oh my fucking goodness!
Look, it's okay. It's okay. I have a sag. I have a sags friend.
You know,
And
my
they're
sister
okay-
is like
and they're
kind of
okay.
a sag. Like, you know,
Oh my fucking goodness.
she knows what she is, and
Oh.
she's accepted that I'm gonna make fun of her for being a sag, and it's all good.
All right.
My
Does
sister's a Jemmy,
Oh my God.
does-
and
does anyone want to read their next post? Are we moving on?
Oh, shit.
I think we've got.
I mean, I did my two, so it's all up to you. You're the hosts and hostess. It's all up to you from here.
That's going to be the end of this subreddit. Fuck this subreddit. Last time we got bored with it. This time we got bored with it. The more things change,
no
more
the
need,
more
no
sta-
need. Cut out the whole episode, and right after the intro, cut it to him saying, "All right, everyone, that's enough of this subreddit."
Honestly.
My debut on this entire thing just completely fucking cut out. Yeah,
Well,
that sounds
keep
about right.
keep the
That's
one
my line.
rant, and
Neko,
so
Neko,
it'll be
Neko, you're
like
being-
by itself.
Neko, you're being too pessimistic. You still have the ABDL post of the week to read.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
Again,
but
epic.
it's
the rite
in
of
light
passage.
mode.
I don't have a Reddit account.
Look at that double
Oh my
Odin
fucking
cringe. Hell yeah.
goodness.
Someone's based.
Ugh.
I wonder who that base person is.
Give me a moment. I'll
did them
pull
both,
it
you
up.
shitter.
Yeah, now that there's a
This
now
This
that
is
there's
an SFW post. Oh my fucking
we're
god! gosh,
course,
why?
of course it is.
Well, no,
Of course it is.
it's actually
It's
like
also
how,
it's also
like,
like a
90%
light
of
novel.
it's the
like,
cleanest. It's the
Ugh.
cleanest ABDL post of the week I could find. Neko. I
Bullshit.
The Grand Diaper Heist! Hello, fellow ABDLS! It's my first time posting in this subreddit, but I've been a lurker here for a few weeks. And I haven't run away for some reason. For context, I'm 20, because we all need to know that. From Malaysia. Also something we didn't know that. Not a sex/kink positive place.
yes, I live in a very
Golly
strict
gee.
Asian country. Who knew they were strict over there?
Live with my family. Period. I don't that you had a comment. You should okay. There was no and in that, but okay. Well, I'm gonna skip grammar. I've been obsessed with diapers since I could remember, but only a few weeks ago did I decide to explore this kink seriously. Shut up, Lotus! I joined this subreddit, the Discord server, read the FAQs for this subreddit, and learned a lot more about myself than I ever thought I would. That's learn, not learned. So clearly it's present tense, or not even present tense, because that'd be learning. Sorry,
Right.
I said I wouldn't correct grammar. Here we
She's,
go
she's
again.
from Malaysia. It's her second language. Or third.
Look, you're forcing me to read this. I am going to nitpick so I can survive this and not need to go to the therapist right after. So, but as much as I'd like to explore it, I live with my family, and there's no way they wouldn't find out if I ordered anything online, and I was way too scared to let them find out. I was going to give up, planning to only indulge in this kink when I am financially independent and have my own place to stay. Today, I got tired of waiting. I had woken up from a wet dream involving hot men in diapers. Oh my fucking gosh, this is... Okay. Coincidentally, I woke up quite early. The retail stores had not opened yet, and my mom was out for work, and my sister was fast asleep. If this wasn't a suitable day to get some diapers, there were no other days. My brain went on overcharge, planning and analyzing all sorts of logistics, with a single objective in mind: get a pack of diapers without getting caught. I knew where the suitable hiding spots were for a pack of diapers: under my dad's bed, my gym bag, my backpack, behind
Now,
the
hold
wardrobe.
on. Why
Now-
would they hide diapers under their dad's bed? Isn't that counterintuitive?
Well, no, it makes him
Well,
into it.
apparently the dad's bed is so isolated, so desolate, that it doesn't get used. After all, it's the dad's bed, so I'm going to assume the mom and dad didn't sleep together. That man lives completely alone in that room and is just like, that is my room, and I still don't want to even be in there. So the dusty, murky underbelly
What if the twist
of
is
the
that the
bed
dad's in
was the
ABDL?
perfect hiding spot.
What if the dad's into ABDL and that's the twist?
Oh my fucking
No,
god!
the real twist is their mom and dad aren't sleeping together, which might have caused traumatic experiences, which might have formed this ABDL thing. Dab.
I gotta say, like, this new script for the Mission Impossible is kind of fucked.
Well, it's the heist of the century. No, the millennia.
Is this a
weird
Metal Gear
fuck.
Solid
Something.
game?
A diaper to surpass metal diaper.
I mean, considering the fact that the guy for Metal Gear is now, he has his own thing, I wouldn't put it past Kojima. Wait, no, not Hideo Kojima. He's the good guy. The other people, Konami. I wouldn't put it past Konami.
What a thrill!
Alright.
What a thrill.
Now to continue this
Diapers? Metal Gear.
stuff.
Diapers.
Metal
Now,
diapers.
to make sure I had enough money in the wallet, I had only $40 to spare. Now to check if my sister was still asleep. Yup! not waking up anytime soon, took my backpack, wallet, and keys and slowly left my house. That definitely didn't belong to my parents. Closing and locking the door as quiet as I could, tiptoeing across the front yard while not being seen by my neighbors. Because I had to tiptoe, and everyone else could definitely hear me, even though there's walls between us. Because I'm too paranoid, and it's a heist, so I have to be sneaky as possible. Even though sneaking makes it look far more suspicious than just walking out the fucking front door.
Yeah, it seems like he's
I
doing
lost
this
my
in
place because I
broad
moved my mouse. One moment.
It's okay. Like,
Seen by my neighbors. As soon as I was out of earshot of the house, I ran as fast as I could through the neighborhood, acting more suspicious, across the sunny street and into the nearest speed mart. I entered, pretending to look for snacks, but eyed the adult diapers on the shelves like a perp. No size, miss. The package is too big, I told myself. This wouldn't do. I grabbed 2 soft drinks in case I needed an alibi out of the house, planning to say I went out to get snacks if my sister did wake up and notice me missing from the house, because I was being smart. I still hadn't gotten my diapers at this point, disappointed, but slightly relieved I hadn't bought the diapers yet. It was then I passed by another retailer store. This store was significantly smaller than the first, and even slightly dirtier. But to my delight, I saw a pack of adult diapers size M! And it was the only one on the shelf, too. It's slightly dusty, but I decided it was now
Hold on.
or never.
Hold on. I think this person is
Go
just
ahead.
stupid. Like, they're going through all the... they have a sibling. They could just buy the diapers, walk straight into the house carrying them, and toss them at their sibling's face if they get caught and be like, hey, yo, I bought you some diapers since you want to be a big baby. And, like, they could play it off as a meme. They're planning a heist.
they don't have the galaxy brain of that idea. They don't have that.
Rain, do you say this because this is a situation that's happened?
No, the only thing that's happened to me is my sister
Oh.
wanted to be a YouTuber, so she bought like 30 oranges and she got a GoPro. And I was just playing video games in my room, and she opens the door with her friend holding a GoPro, and she just starts launching the oranges at me.
Fuck.
Wait, is
Okay.
this video on YouTube? What's the title of it? I need to look it
is
up
on
as soon as
YouTube.
this
I
is
don't
over.
know the title of it. It needs to be buried forever. Somebody will find it
as-
one day and try to cancel me with it. Look at this dude getting oranges thrown at him. What a nerd.
With an adrenaline high, I grabbed the pack of diapers and put it down on the counter. The cashier couldn't care less that I was buying diapers, but he did notice the dust on the package and helped me wipe it off, which was making me a little more nervous for each passing second. Thinking about the time I have left till my sister wakes up, sweat running down my face. Such a tense moment as I wiped away the dust with its help. The moment I finished paying for it, I grabbed the package, stuffed it into my backpack, and ran straight to my home, still not owned by my parents. Luckily for me, my sister was still sound asleep, so I didn't have to make up any alibis anymore. I drank one of the soft drinks and drained the other down the drain, and disposed of the receipt and the bottles in different dustbins on the opposite sides of the neighborhood. I put the diaper pack in my gym bag and stuffed it under my dad's bed, and also covered up as well as I could. I'd open it and use it later when my family inevitably goes out to do their errands. I couldn't believe it. I pulled off the diaper heist, which is less of a heist considering I fucking paid for it. I snuck diapers into my house without anyone noticing. No trace of any evidence. Almost zero chance of me being caught. I bought my first diapers. It's more of the great diaper smuggling than anything. But there! I'm done! I am getting this off of my fucking computer screen! Ah!
How do you
Why?
feel to read your first ABDL post?
Horrible!
Aw.
Lumia, why are
Why?
you going
Don't you
on?
awe
You hated
me?
it
What
too.
about you?
Don't you feel
You're a big
liberated?
girl now.
Don't you feel like a
I'm
shredder
a
now?
big kid now.
I feel like I need to go bathe myself for the next 5 years. Just straight, never leave the shower.
All right, guys, that's all we have for this week. Thank you so much, Neko. Check out their Twitch channel. Remember to subscribe, like, call us retarded in the comments below. Check out Lumia stream on Twitch and the SHREDDIT official Twitch channel. See you next week with r/.